Today we are going to use fold operator again, but we will solve a new problem, which is a dynamic programming problem. Its name is Fibonacci or Fibonacci series. If you are not aware of that, please do Google and you will understand in 1 to 2 minutes what is Fibonacci or Fibonacci series. So basically the summary is like we have values like 0, 1, and then after that we need to return every time by adding the last two values. Like in this case 0, 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13, and go on. So it's like this, and the expectation is the client of our API will give us the value, the number, and we will return the Fibonacci series number at that number. Like for example, in this case, if client give us the 7, we will return 13. If client give us the 6, we will return 8. So we need to implement this. So my imperative approach will be number, this is given by the client, and we will return. Now in this case you can see it's pretty straightforward dynamic programming problem. Why? Because every time the answer is dependent on a previous already calculated values. So I can directly start by creating a DP array and initialize this with 0, and then what we want. So first, if there is 0, kind of a base case, you can say okay it's 0, then DP is 1, this is 1, then after that DP2 is basically we are saying last two values, which is 1 plus DP 0. Same for if it's 3, then what I want, last two values are 2 and 1. If this is 4, then last two values are 3 and 2. Now here you recognize one thing. So this is the base case, but this one is a repetition, and repetition is we can use for loop. So in this case I in 2, and we want to run until the range number is included. So in this case, if user gave me 2, I want to do this. So in this case, this is 2i, then this will be I minus 1, and this is 2 minus 2 is 0, which is I minus 2. And if you run for example third time, 2 is already calculated. Now third time the I will be same, like 3 minus 1 is the 1, and then 2. 3 minus 1 is 2, and 3 minus 2 is 1, and the same for 4, and in the end I'm going to return number. Now this is final. Imperative implementation is done. Only we can review one more time. So if user gave me 0, the base case or edge case is we are okay, so there is a crash. So basically minimum we need a 2 size array. At this point it's 0, so it will crash because index out of bound. So I will create a size, and that is if number is less than 2, return 2 the fixed size, otherwise number. So now in case of a 0, we have an array of 2, 0 and 1, and then return at 0, which is 0. Okay, if user give me the 1, in that case we will come here again, loop will not work, and dp1 is 1. Okay, now user gave me 2, in that case we will come here 0, 1, and this loop will run once. In this case dp2 is going to be crash, because now I have that value 2, number 2. I need to put 1 extra. So once user give me 2, my size will be 3. First 2 is this, and now when we are running for a 2, I will come dp2, you will be update on the basis of last two calculated values, which is 0 plus 1 1, and we will return 1. So this will work. Now we can confirm by calling this with multiple values. So we can check for loop. Okay, no, it's okay, we can run by this 0 1 2 3 4 5 5 6 7 and 1 maybe random big number. Oh, okay, 16. Now, so index out of bounds, still we forgot something, and it's crashing at 0. Why? Okay, sorry, I forgot to update. So yeah, it's working now. 0 1 1 2 3 5 8 13 987. So the now coming back to our videos topic, to change this imperative code into the declarative form or by using fold. So first we will see how to implement the fold operator. So fold operator always run on some kind of an iterator. So I'm saying, okay, in this case, what will be my iterator? My iterator will be number. So this is my iterator. Now there is a question, uh, how to tackle this scenario, because these are the initial values. If user give me 0 or 1, what will happen in that case? So we can confirm, we can come later on that. So fold, and what I want something. Okay, before going to there, focus here. So in this scenario, in this solution, what we can see, this dp array is extra. We can remove this because mainly we need previous two values, nothing more than that. So I can refactor this code also as well, but for now I'm not doing, this is out of topic. But if I have kind of like previous value and the latest or a current value and one extra object which will save the next accumulation, I can easily play with that, and that is enough. So mainly there are two values we need, the last two values, and the same logic I am applying here. So for example, how I need to start, I need to start from this 0 to 1. So I will say, okay, 0 to 1. What is this? It's a pair. So in Kotlin, pair is a class which can save two values, 0 1. So this is same, but I'm using the infix, so it will look more nice to me. So this is our fold from where it's going to start. Again, I can try to explain more here. So for example, user give us 0, our answer should be 0. So in that case, I'm saying, okay, I will initialize with the pair 0 to 1, but we will return the first value. It look like the first value. Okay, user gave us 1. In this case, what I want 1, and then 0 plus 1 is 1. Okay, you will understand now. So in this case, in case of a 2, I will say, okay, my previous pairs value, take this 1. Basically, I'm moving this to here. Then 2, add these two last values, 1 plus 1, 2. Just like we are doing here. Last two calculated values, doing a plus and creating a new value for the third one. Then in case of 3, this will move the last values, second value will be the first value for the next one, and then 2 plus 1 3. Then in case of 4, again this 3 will move here to 3 plus 2 is 5. So it's same like this. So this is what we want to achieve, and every time what I will return the first. Yeah, we will calculate one extra value for the next iteration, but which is okay, and I will return the first value. Like for example, in this case, you can see if the user give me 4 0 1 2 3 4, it's expecting the 3, and we can send by sending the first value of a pair. So in this case, we need to send pair I. So pair is coming from this fold and I is coming from this iteration, and what we want, we saw this pair second value will be the next iteration is the first value. So I will say, okay, pair, your second value I'm updating for the next iteration as a first value, and then this one is, please, the second value for the next iteration is previous plus first plus second. So it's pair dot first plus pair dot second, and then we already discussed we need to return this. So this is done by using fold. Only we need to confirm one more time. So once a user gave me 0, I will say 0, and 0 is 0, it means it is going to run one time. In that case, what will happen, 0 to 1, then pair dot second. In our case, okay, there's a bug because I'm not expecting to run until this number. So basically I'm excluding the last number. So in this case, what will happen when I give the 0, this loop will not work. For will run one time, initialize 0 to 1. This for loop will not work and it will return the first. Why this will not work? Just like we discussed in the last two videos, fold always runs once the initialization value, and for loop is always running on this condition. Like we can go inside. I'm not going to explain everything here. We will discuss that in a separate video, but you can see initial value. If for loop condition is not proper, it will not run, and then this will return directly accumulator. So in our case, this will not work because this loop 0 until 0 means run 0 times and then 0 to 1, and then it will is returning the same this initial pair, and we are getting from there the first value, which is 0. Now if I give the 1, in that case it's saying I will run once 0 to until 1. It means it will run for the 0 time, 1 time. So in this case, what will happen? 0 to 1 is my pair. Then we are here. Now first, when it's running, it's saying pair dot second, which is here is 1. It's creating for the next iteration. So this new pair will contain the value now 1, and in this case 0 plus 1 is 1. So this scenario, and now you can trace more, and I hope you are able to complete this. So we will run now and we'll see, and you can check, yeah, the answer is still same what we achieved in a imperative code. So this is the whole implementation, how you can migrate some of the DP's problem also by using fold. So see you in the next video. Bye.